I had sections 1824 to 1854 of the book 400 Souls, and I'm going to share a few events that took place, historical events that I thought were very important and that stood out to me. So I wrote them down and have a little summary of them. So the first one that I want to share is the founding of the newspaper Freedom's Journal. This took place on March 16th, 1827. What this was, it was a newspaper that was published by a group of African American men, and this newspaper was very important, and it stood out to all of the other newspaper companies because they promoted very controversial topics and issues such as politics and different views on politics, discrimination, oppression, and slavery, such things like that. And they just did a lot of research and had articles about that in their newspaper, which made it stand out to other newspaper companies. I really thought that this was important because it just goes to show the self-determination of the African American community and them not being afraid to publish a whole newspaper company to stand up for themselves because of all of the trauma and all of the hurt that they went through and they still were going through at this point in time, but just to know that they're bold enough to take this stand and take this action and spread awareness and to spread the truth about what people are doing to them. I just thought that that was really important and really needed in society at this point in time. The second event that I wanted to share is the exclusion laws and racial expulsion statutes in the Oregon Territory. This took place in 1844 and 1849. So what happened is this took place in Oregon, and there were a series of laws that had passed that actually barred African Americans. And these African Americans were free or enslaved. They were barred because they would step into a territory that I guess wasn't owned by them. And so this one I just thought was really interesting and really mind-blowing. Also just not very surprising for this time period, which is really sad to say. But I just thought that it was very shocking and very sad. So yeah, especially about laws being passed to bar African Americans just for passing passing property or going into the land that they're not allowed to. The third historical event that I wanted to share is the Territorial Land Claim Act and its racial implications in the Oregon region. This took place in about 1850. It wasn't really exclusively about African Americans, but this was largely reserved for white male settlers and excluding non-white settlers as a matter of policy. This act and this law contributed to the racialized land policy. So this is kind of it kind of relates to my other event that I just shared. It empowered white men or white people to claim any sort of land that they wanted and to build property on that, to build their wealth and to build up their status. And so with that, the whites would do this more and more, and then African Americans that went into that land would get barred because of the event that I just shared before. So there's just a lot of important historical events that took place that are very heartbreaking. The first one I shared is very empowering for African Americans, but it's just really sad that it had to get to the point to where they had to step up for themselves and had to kind of like shove the truth in people's faces. But this just was really important in their society, and it really shaped the culture of America back then.